Hi everyone, my name is Tamara and this is episode 52 of the Caffeinated Craft Mamas podcast. My podcast all about my crafty and bookish life in Southwest Missouri, where I live with my partner Richard, our 3 kids, and our dog. Hope you all are doing well. Today is Friday, August 22nd. It is about 6:45 in the evening, so if you hear any ambient noise, it is probably my children. And I have a lot to talk about. It has been about 5 weeks since I have talked to you guys. I have a few things that are done and some life updates and things to talk about. So I'm really excited to get to podcast, and I'm thankful that I have the brain space right now to podcast, considering school started this week. So this has been our first full week back at school. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the admin-y stuff. If you would like to follow me on social media, please feel free to do so. I'm only active over on Instagram, and I'm not really active over there. I post maybe once or twice a week. So if you want to go give me a follow, I am the caffeinated_craft_mama. I almost have 1,000 followers on Instagram, and I think that's pretty cool, especially because I go through and delete the people that are like fake. So I almost have like 1,000 people who actually kind of want to see what I do. Kind of neat. Okay, what am I wearing? You can't see it very well. I'm wearing my I Breathe yarn shirt from Knitting is Metal because while there is a cold front coming through Southwest Missouri, it is still really hot. Cold front is exciting, but it was exciting because it got it down to 84 degrees for a high instead of 94 degrees for a high. Hey, I'll take it. I'm thankful, but I am looking forward to fall so much. I'm so tired of the heat. So I will probably be drinking lots of water because I did not drink enough today. All right. I have 3 finished objects to talk about. I have 5 knitting projects. Well, are they all? They are all knitting right now. I have 5 knitting projects to talk about. I have a spinning project to talk about. I have a book. I have some acquisitions. And then I have a life update. So we have a lot to talk about today. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with some FOs. The first one was a whip the last time we talked. Sorry, it's still got a ball attached to it, so I'm trying to find it. This is the Star Wars Doodle by Jamie Lomax of Pacific Knit Co. And this is knit in a kit by Fangirl Fibers. Please cue the Star Wars theme song. I hope you're listening to it in your head. Isn't it beautiful? This is actually finished, even though it is not sewn together, because Emily asked me not to sew it together. She wanted to do it because she had something she wanted to video or something she wanted to look at, so I've still got a ball attached. Fun story, I literally used all of the blue that was provided in the kit, so I had to go back, and the last 3 stitches I had to do in maroon so that she could sew these together, because there's a maroon end here and a blue end here, so that the Kitchener stitch would be correct. So I have the ball here. Apparently I just really liked the blue color. And I mean, blue is a Star Wars color, so. All right, so that is my first finished object. My next finished object, and I will pop a photo in, probably over here, of myself wearing this. I started and finished a Petal party top. This is a pattern by Samantha Guerin. I really like this pattern. It's a lot of fun because you have the bits of lace, you've got a little bit of texture on the sides, and you have the solid in the middle that shows off the yarn really well. It's not a difficult lace pattern. I will pop a picture in here. So I messed it up, and I didn't realize until like 4 or 5 rows later that I had messed up, and I'm like, man, I'm already on a deadline. I'm gonna have to like rip this back. And I was talking to a couple of my yarn friends about it, and Amber's like, oh, no, you can fix it. And so she sent me a YouTube video, and I fixed it. And that was amazing to me, that like you can just drop down in lace. I didn't know you could do this. You can just drop down in lace and fix things. So you don't have to frog all the way back. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. She's upset with life. Who knows? So yeah, I wore this on the first day of school. I was in meetings all day, so it wasn't like I had to run around and chase kids or anything like that. I will put a photo in here. I wore it over a black dress, and I feel like it turned out really good. It looked really nice, and I'm looking forward to it being a staple in my wardrobe. So yeah, that was a really good finished object, and I did get it done 2 days before school started. Well, 1 day before school started, because I blocked it on Wednesday and I had to be back to work on Thursday. So yeah, I got that done. And then I finished my second pair of Christmas socks. These are gift socks. The main color of yarn is Cruella de Vil by, I'm trying to think. It was an advent calendar I got in 2022 or 2023. It was a Villains of Disney advent calendar, and then this is just in black that I did like some little, I don't know, gem sock stripes. I don't know what you call it. I just thought they would look nice together. I don't know, I just wanted to do it, so I did. These were knit on US ones, and I did 60 stitches with my normal toe up, heel flap, and gusset. And I am going to try a new heel soon, so I will let you guys know what I think of that. I'm going to try the Fleagle heel next, because Amber said it is a lot of fun and really easy to knit, so I am excited to give that a try. So those are all my finished objects. I have a couple of whips, and I'm gonna have to dig here because I have all my stuff in a bag, or a laundry basket actually. We're going to start with the one you guys have seen, and that is my Stria. This is a pattern by Andrea Mowry. I do not know where I was the last time. Oh, I did put a marker in. Sweet. Go me. So I was where that marker is the last time. So I've put a couple stripes in on the body, but the big thing that I worked on was a sleeve. I have a sleeve. My hope was to pick up both sleeves and knit these in tandem. That's probably still my hope. I am just waiting on this sleeve because I need a couple more needles and they're on another project. So I have to get that project done. So here's the front. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm 9 colors in on the body, not counting the top stripe because that was the big skein. So I have 4 more in the color sequence. I have 1 bag left. And then if I need to, or I have enough, I will do another stripe of the main skein. This is Fangirl Fibers. The stripes are the Halloween Advent or Crescent City Advent from last year. And the gray is Carotid Coffin is the name of the color. And this pattern is a broken rib, I believe is what it's called. And it is the squishiest, softest thing. I'm sitting here holding it and now I want to work on it. It's kind of been put on the back burner because I just have a couple of other things that I want to / need to work on. And so I've been working on those and it's just been so hot. It's been too hot to have even half a sweater sitting in my lap. So, yep, there's the Stria. And then I have several socks to talk about. Because it's hot, have picked up and started knitting some socks. Let's see. Christmas sock number 3 is this one. This is a bag made by me. It's a Nightmare Before Christmas bag. I do have one of these in my Etsy shop if you are interested. I am CCMBags on Etsy. I will leave a link in the description bar. This sock should have been done. It's so close. It's a shorty sock. So, you know, I just have like 1 stripe left. I'm already on the last stripe. So these are another pair of Christmas socks. I knit these also on, Oh, these are on zeros. I did not realize that. Ooh, I hope these fit. Uh-oh, that's a problem. They should. I increased stitches, so it's fine. These are knit on a US 0, not a US 1. I increased to 64 stitches, and I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel in these because the recipient prefers those. I'm pretty sure if the recipient is watching, they know these are for them, but you know, you'll find out at Christmas time, won't ya? All right, so yeah, those are almost done. They really could have been done today. I've been knitting those. They're my purse socks. So I've been knitting those like at training, and when I have been, we have to do like compliance videos every year. I'm pretty sure every school district does this, but just reminding you of certain things and you can test out of these. So when I've been doing those, I've been knitting socks. Okay. My next sock, I've called this Christmas sock number 4 because I'm really trying to not tell people that these socks are for them, is living in my very smushed bag from Africa that my mom got me when she went a year ago. This also has one sock finished, so I'll show you guys this one first. This yarn is the gray, is Knit Picks Stroll in the colorway Ash. And the striping yarn is mid-rain yarn, and I believe the House's colorway. It's the striping sequence for Harry Potter. The person who is getting these socks is a big Harry Potter fan, and I actually ordered the last of this that she had before she closed shop. I am very sad, though I understand her reasoning, to have closed. That Mint Rain yarn has closed. So these are being knit. I just have the toe and like the beginning of one stripe on the other one. I'm gonna have to check these now. Yep, these are the curved ones. So these are knit on a US 1, 60 stitches. And these have a heel flap and gusset, as you can see. So, yep. So yeah, I have one more sock to go, and that will be 4 pairs of Christmas socks that I have done. I need 1, 2, 6 more pairs of socks. 7 more pairs of Christmas socks, and they will all be done. So, and I've been in a sock mood, so I'm just going to crank as many of these out as I can. All right, the last one actually is in a Christmas bag. I got this as my Advent last year. I got a Grinch Advent for Christmas. These are my, I believe, 2023. Is the tag in here? I don't think it is. No, the tag's not in here. I'm like 90% sure these are the 2023 Cozy Knitter Advent, the Stripe a Day Advent. And I just never did it. So I'm just chugging away at these. These are on 9-inch circulars, and that's part of the problem. I got these all the way to the heel. I was going to do a heel turn, heel flap and gusset. Tried them on, like put them on try-on cords and tried them on because they're on 9-inch circulars, so I couldn't try them on. And I realized these 9-inch circulars were size 0s. So I needed to go up some stitches. And I did a 56 count stitch sock. Well, these are 64. So these should definitely fit. So yeah, there's one sock. And here's the other. I've got 2 little cakes here. So, in fact, I might do the Fleegle heel on these. We don't know. I can only do about a stripe per sock per day. The 9-inch circulars are so hard on my hands. But I'm losing my little needle cover things. I really want to figure out how to knit with these because I really want to knit color work socks. I will post a photo right here of the bat socks that I am dying to knit. I really want them. I have the perfect yarn for them. I have some purple yarn and some green yarn. There would be green bats with purple yarn. It looks awesome. They're in a Halloween bag already. Like it is ready. So I think I'm going to get a US 2 9-inch circular because I have a tough time doing color work in Magic Loop. So I'm going to get a pair of size 2s and try that. Okay. Oh, one more wick. It's a big one. This is, I need to turn the page because I actually made notes today. Okay, this is the color Mosaic. It's a blanket pattern by Sonia. I'm just going to put her name right here because I don't know how to pronounce that. It is a baby blanket for Olivia's brother and, well, Olivia's new nephew that's coming. So here's the first block, and I will put a photo in of what the squares will look like. So I will finish this block out with red at the end, and I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and gray. I had originally bought all of this yarn to do another jigsaw blanket by Stephen West, but I wanted to like make it half-sized, and Amber sent this pattern to our big group chat, and I thought, you know, this looks like fun and I like how it looks, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I like how potato chippy this is because, again, it's just garter stitch and some decreases or increases depending on where you are in the pattern. It is a free pattern. You can find it on Ravelry. And so far, to be fair, I'm only one block in, but so far I really like it. I am using Knit Picks Brava for these. I don't know if I said that. It's living in my giant blanket backpack that I got for Christmas. My mom got me that. I really like it. So that is all the knitting. So we are going to talk about spinning real quick because I have been spinning. I have some yarn that is waiting to be plied. I haven't done that yet. But I have a new adventure in spinning on the wheel. I follow Divine Dyeworks on Etsy, and her fiber is very reasonable, and she had a sale recently, and like we do sometimes, I had some money to spend, and so I bought a sweater's quantity of, really more than a sweater's quantity of fiber, and I am spinning yarn for, I'm hoping, a traveler's hoodie. So here is the yarn. This is the braid that I am spinning from right now. And that, here, let me turn it this way so you can see a little better. That is the yarn I'm getting. So right now, as it stands, I will get probably between a sport and a DK, which is what I'm aiming for. So I'm pretty proud of that. It is spinning up beautifully. This is only the first braid. I have 6. So I will probably like spin one braid, spin something else, spin another braid, spin something else, because I could foresee myself getting a little bored with this, only this color, but man, is that gonna make gorgeous yarn. And is it gonna make, like, I'm trying to get it to, yeah, that's a little better. That's a little more true to color. It's gonna make a gorgeous hoodie, guys. It's gonna be so pretty, but it's gonna take me forever. It's gonna take me forever, but that's okay. So I worked on this actually last Saturday when I was at the yarn store. I was just spinning all day. Obviously I was working, but I was also spinning. Okay, so I've got some acquisitions to talk about, and then I have one book to talk about and life and junk. So if you're here for the knitting, that's pretty much all the projects. If you want to talk fiber, I will be talking fiber for a few minutes. So I'll start with this one because it's on top. My amazing friend Andy, she 3D printed me some bobbins and a, what's that called? Oh, a Lazy Kate? I think that's what it's called. For, wow, I sound like I'm from Missouri. For a, for my bobbins to sit on when I'm plying yarn. I promise you guys, I really do know my words. I'm just really tired. Okay, so I'm looking over here because they're in this basket right here, in this drawer. So, but she 3D printed myself and Amber a bunch of stuff. And so we're going to be doing samples for her. That's one of the next things I'm going to cast on. Well, sweet Andy sent me some gorgeous fiber. It's a dark purple with like pink and gray, like stellina. There's some of the silver. Isn't it pretty? She sent me 2 bags of this. So I am going to get something fun out of that. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So then Amber and I went to Fiber U in Lebanon right after I talked to you guys the last time. And I did not stick to my budget. We'll just say that. I bought all the things. I bought way more things than I needed. But that's okay, because that's why you go to fiber festivals, is to spend more money than you needed and buy things you probably didn't need to. First of all, how cute are these? One of them is like falling over. I'm not even gonna, well, how am I gonna? Okay, how cute are these? They're like cotton candy, but they're fiber. This one is like, this one got knocked over. I'm gonna put that down. Oh, Lord. But these are cool, aren't they? So yeah, I got those. I got a really cool, hang on. Sorry. Pause, please. He's a snail tape measure. Isn't that cool? You push the little button, it closes. And then I got, oh, this is a bag of, let's see. It has Surrey alpaca, camel, yak, merino, cashmere, mohair, bamboo, and Tessa silk all in this bag. So I got a blending board. So I'm going to have fun with that. I don't want to open the bag because I have a feeling that would be everywhere. And then I don't think she's watching, but Mommy, if you're watching, don't look. I also bought this for my mom. I am going to spin her some yarn as part of her Christmas gift. So I bought that. And it is from Renee's Revolutions. And it is Coriadale wool. So very soft, very squishy. So yeah, Fiber U is a lot of fun. I will put a couple photos in here. Probably I already have been putting photos in here of Fiber U. Amber and her sister and I had a really good time. And it was fun to walk around and see all the different booths and things. It's not a huge fiber festival around here. And it is more geared toward fiber and towards classes than it is actual knitters or crocheters. But it was still neat to go. If it hadn't been so dang hot, we probably would have gone out and seen the sheep, but it was really hot and we were tired, and it's about a 45-minute drive from where I live, and we were just ready to go home. So yeah, that was fun. Let's see. So yeah, that's it for acquisitions, which I think that's plenty. I don't need anything else. I have a bunch of stuff. Oh, I did want to say, I was knitting a hat with this hand spun. Last time I talked to you guys, I actually did frog that. It just wasn't working. That was not what the yarn wanted to be. So I am saving this, and I have some light gray in a similar weight, and we are going to attempt a spun flora. So that is one of the things on my to be knit list. I am getting ready to start a commission that is a sweater scarf. I am getting ready to start a sample for Andy. That will be the Pink Fizz, I believe is the name. I'll put the name here and show you a picture. So I'm getting ready to start that. I really would like to finish the Stria. The baby blanket needs to be done. I have something for my mom for her birthday that I would like to knit her. So lots of knitting. But that's okay because I actually have the brain power and the brain space this year to knit. So that's exciting. I do want to talk about one book and then we will talk about life and stuff. I keep like hinting at it, but I'm not talking about it. Sorry. All right. So the book is Howl by Meg Alivien. I don't know how you say that. I'll put it here. It is Hallmarky, but still paranormal. It's like Hallmark. Yeah, it's just very Hallmarky, but in a good way, but in like a cozy way. I really enjoyed the book. There's 2 in the series. I haven't started the second one yet, but as someone who reads a lot of these books, spice level, I'd give it like a 2.5, maybe a 3. Very vanilla stuff going on. But it was still cute, and it's basically a pair of best friends who, the werewolf best friend hasn't told his human best friend that he is a werewolf, and he ends up realizing that she's his mate and trying to figure out how to explain to her that he turns into a wolf once a month and all this kind of stuff. So it was almost like Hallmark meets Practical Magic, I guess, would be a good way. Or like Halloween Town. Yeah, Halloween Town. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. So I'm looking forward to reading the second one. I was a little worried to start it just because my brain was in anxious mode because school was starting. But I really do think I could go ahead and read it and it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's talk about life and junk. I went back to school. This was our first week with kids. I am back in the not back. I am now in the high needs room. So, just learning the kids and learning the environment and how I can best help and serve the kids and the teacher has been a bit of a learning curve, but I am really enjoying it. Every new school year I've learned things are just a little rocky at the beginning as everybody learns everybody, and even people who've been together, like teacher and pairings that have been together in the past, struggle those first couple of weeks of school. So this week has not been without its challenges, but I have also not been utterly exhausted every night. I'm tired. I really am tired, but I'm not just push me over, I'm gonna fall over and die tired. So that's been nice. William had his birthday. He is now 7. I don't know how I have a 7-year-old. To be fair, I guess I have a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old too. But how is my baby 7? I just don't even understand. One of the things I'm going to be casting on soon is he saw Meg Reagan has a, Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, has a Pokemon sweater that she came out with. And he immediately saw it and was like, Mom, I need one. I need one. So I will be knitting a Pokemon sweater sometime soon. Let's see. Oh, I got some tattoos. I'll show you. It's hard to, they're in an awkward spot to show you guys. Oh, there you go. You can see them. I'll post a photo in here, but I got an ACOTAR one and a From Blood and Ash tattoo because you guys know those are 2 of my favorite books series. So yeah, I did that. I got them at the Bearded Lady here in Springfield by someone I actually went to high school with. So, Chrissy is the tattoo artist. She did phenomenal. Her line work is amazing, and I highly recommend her. So we just sat there and talked, and then she's like, oh, by the way, you're done. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I've had worse blood draws than I did. That hurt more than the tattoo. Really, the sticker, like the covering that they put on it was worse than the actual tattoo. taking that off. So yeah, that's about all I have to talk about. We're going to make it just at 30 minutes. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, I will sign off for now. My plan is to be back at the end of September. I'm shooting for 4 to 5 weeks between episodes. Richard's work schedule has changed. Normally he's off on Fridays. Today he wasn't, but I'm just going to try to hop on a Thursday or Friday, record, and then have it up for you guys by Saturday morning. So I will see you guys in a month. I hope you all are healthy, happy, and safe. And I hope that if you are going back to school, like a lot of us are, that routine and transition is wonderful for you. And I will see you guys in a month. Bye.